Hey everybody, this is Giant Survivor. Got a lot of requests or questions in my last video on how to set up my generator, or how I set up my generator. So what I'm going to do today is I'm doing a generator test. It's a little bit cold outside, it's probably about 20 degrees out. So it's a good day for a test. This is my generator house here. I'm going to take the top off, which is just a tarp, and show you how I've got it set up, and then we'll start it up and see how things go. So this is just a twine, so I'm just going to cut it off. I'm going to pull the tarp off. Right. So as you can see, it's just I've taken some pallets, it's 4 or 5 pallets, and made a house out of it. So if the power has gone out, all I have to do is just come out here, pull this out, I've got it chained back here because things have a tendency to walk away. There. So I come over here and I put it on the choke. I make sure it's set to run. I do set the on position. Turn the generator this way a little bit so I can pull it. Now I haven't started this in probably 2 months, or a month and a half, 2 months. So it's probably going to be a little bit hard to start, but basically what I do is just give it a couple of tugs and hopefully it'll go. Choke off. Give it a couple minutes to warm up. Where the transfer switch was put in, if you look, it's just a regular 4-prong. Under here, I have my cable. Now what you got to make sure of here is that you get the right size cable for your generator when you get it set up. And I'll show you the transfer switch here in just a minute. Okay, I'm going to take this over and plug it into the generator. I'll show you this close up. You got 4 holes. And if you look here, you see how it lines up. So one of these is actually an L right there. And that's the one that goes over the L there. Kind of hard to do this holding the camera and everything, but just want to get a... Okay, there. Now it's plugged in here. I run the cable here. I would put this inside if I was going to do this. See, the generator back inside. It's a 5600 watt trap. Like I was saying, what I would do is start the generator, put it back inside of the house, and then close it all up. And I'll show you in a little bit how that house is made, maybe in another video. I'm not sure, maybe at the end of this one. But put it back in the house, close it all up, and then it's good to go. And then what I do now is I go downstairs and I'll show you what we look at for here. This is the transfer switch. So what happens is, here's my regular fuse box here. So what I do is I'm going to shut this all off here. So this is going to shut everything off in the house, so that the lights are going to go off. So what I'm going to do, you're not going to be able to see this because it's going to be dark, is I'm going to flip everything here to off, and then I'm going to start hitting gen. See the word right there, gen? I don't know if that shows up or not. Anyway, right there it says gen off and line. So this means everything right now is online. And this is generator. So I'm going to shut this off. That's my main disconnect up here. I'm going to shut everything down. It's going to go dark. And I'm going to come over here and start turning these on. Now if you look, right here it says furnace, pellet stove, water pump. C and D is the big one. So I'm going to do that one first because there's usually a big spike when it comes up. And once everything's back up and running, you'll be able to see the lights will come back on. All should be good. So here we go. It's off. All right, I've just flipped on the water pump. There's the lights. I don't know if you could hear it or not, but the generator dipped pretty good. There. So now you're running completely on generator power here. This is all done by generator. All right, so you can see the pellet stove is still running as it should be. I've got lights. If I come over here, you can see I got the flashing lights. Microwave, that's not going to work over here, but over here, if I flip these lights on, I now have inside lights. Most everything. The refrigerator is working. The freezer downstairs will be working. So I know that everything is now working off the generator properly. So one thing to be mindful of when you're working with a generator is that your electricity consumption has to be cut down a little bit. So you can't leave all your lights on, basically anything that you're not using, you want to leave set up or turned off. So really that's about it. So let's go over and retalk the steps a little bit. First of all, I go out and uncover my generator, start it up, and I plug the cable into the house outside. Now that transfer switch just runs straight down from outside to right in here. You can see that red cable. Hold that up right through the wall, and that goes right outside to that switch that I showed you out there. And that's how that's all set up. So as you can see, generator's working fine, just like it should. You know what? I want to go back upstairs and check one thing. I did notice that I want to check the sound out because I moved it since the last time I used it. So right now, I'm in my kitchen, and I can actually barely hear the generator. Before, I was just outside, right outside the door here, right past the dog kennel out there. So, and you could hear it quite a bit. And that also presented a problem or a potential problem with carbon monoxide buildup. This way, it's way outside. There's no windows on that side of the building. There's no way for that gas to get in the house, so that nullifies the risk, especially if the wind's blowing. There's no gas buildup anywhere on that side of the building. So I think for the most part, I like the way that it's set up now. I don't see any problems with it. Like I say, I've got it bolted down, chained down, so nobody could walk up and just steal it and walk away with it. So anyway, so we'll go back outside and see how things are working. I remember which one it was. So this is my water pump off. This would be the pellet stove. A couple other things. Boom. And then main breaker is now back up. And now we're running off the house again. Or off the main grid. We're running off. Okay, well that's it for now. Jarhead signing off. If you have any questions, go ahead and post them below as usual. For you who just watch me on YouTube, this is usually, there's much more information on the blog post. So if you go to shtfblog.com and then search for generator or something like that, you'll see the post where this video is attached to. So these video posts really aren't all inclusive for the most part. Again, what I do is write an extensive blog post or a blog post and then attach this video to them. So there you have it. If you have any questions, again, leave them below. I'm happy to try and answer them as much as I can. If you want a real quick answer, do it at the blog post at shtfblog.com, and we'll put it there. Thanks, and I will talk to you later.